around to Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes beat it to the face. Alabama slam through the ladder.
The Royal Rumble 2025 will be remembered not just for its thrilling action, but for the shocking and heartbreaking incident involving Kevin Owens. In his highly anticipated undisputed WWE Championship match against Cody Rhodes, Owens, known for his resilience, suffered a devastating injury that left the WWE Universe reeling. What was expected to be an intense and action-packed battle quickly turned into a horrifying scene, with Owens bloodied and struggling in the ring. The aftermath, which saw WWE officials and his longtime friend Sami Zayn rushing to his aid, overshadowed the match itself, leaving fans deeply concerned for Owens' future. A match built for the ages. Heading into the Royal Rumble 2025, the anticipation for the undisputed WWE Championship match between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes had reached a fever pitch. Both men had been trading barbs for weeks, each promising to bring the fight of a lifetime. Owens, known for his hard-hitting style, was set to face off with Rhodes, the American Nightmare, in what was expected to be a brutal contest. Fans expected a physical showdown, but what they got was a spectacle of pain and perseverance that no one could have predicted. The atmosphere inside the arena was electric, and the fans were ready for the high-octane action that both competitors had been hyping. From the opening bell, Owens and Rhodes tore into each other with ferocity. The stakes were high. The WWE Universe had waited months for this match, and both men delivered with everything they had. A ladder match for the ages, the two superstars put on a clinic, climbing the ropes, smashing through tables and taking risks that would make even the most seasoned fans wince. But it wasn't just the physicality of the match that stood out. It was the emotional weight carried by both competitors, each trying to prove something to the WWE Universe, and perhaps more importantly, to themselves. As the match raged on, Owens, known for his incredible resilience, showed just why he had earned the nickname, the prize fighter. Time and again, Owens found himself in positions where lesser men would have quit, but he kept coming back for more. The tension between him and Rhodes was palpable, and as the match reached its apex, the fans could sense that this would be one for the history books. However, in a cruel twist of fate, what should have been a legendary encounter quickly turned into a nightmare for Owens. The injury that stopped the show. At the climax of the match, things took a dangerous turn. Owens, as he had done many times before in his career, took a calculated risk, throwing himself into the fray with reckless abandon. But this time, things went terribly wrong. During a high-risk maneuver, Owens was thrown into one of the steel ladders that had been set up at ringside, crashing hard into the unforgiving metal. The impact was brutal, and almost immediately, Owens began bleeding profusely from his head. It was a sight that sent shockwaves through the audience and those watching at home. The blood was flowing rapidly, and it was clear that Owens had been severely injured. His face was covered in red as he struggled to get back on his feet. The WWE officials, who had been watching the match closely, rushed to the ring with an urgency rarely seen in scripted bouts. The match ground to a halt as the focus shifted entirely to Owens' well-being. WWE cameras zoomed in on his face, now a mask of crimson, and the fans' cheers turned into concerned murmurs. Was this part of the story? Or had Owens suffered a real, career-threatening injury? As Owens continued to struggle, the atmosphere in the arena became tense. The fans, once roaring with excitement, were now silent, unsure of what was unfolding before them. Was the injury real? Or was this just another twist in the storyline? For those in attendance, the intensity of the moment was palpable, and it became clear that whatever the truth was, it had crossed the line between performance and reality. Was the injury part of the storyline? In the world of professional wrestling, the line between fiction and reality is often blurred. WWE has mastered the art of crafting storylines that intertwine real-life events with scripted drama, leading fans to wonder if Owens' injury was just another part of the grand spectacle, designed to intensify the drama of the Royal Rumble 2025. The timing of the injury, coupled with the involvement of Sami Zayn at ringside, fueled the speculation. Zayn, who had been an integral part of Owens' story for years, was present at ringside during the match. His role had already been teased in the lead-up to the Royal Rumble, with many fans speculating that Zayn could play a pivotal role in the outcome of the match. As Owens lay in the ring, his head covered in blood, Zayn's facial expression was one of concern, but it was unclear whether it was genuine or scripted. In the past, WWE had utilized real-life injuries or physical moments to further a storyline or elevate a rivalry. Wrestlers have often been seen using injuries as a way to enhance the drama and push the narrative in a specific direction. Fans have seen this play out in many high-profile storylines, and the situation with Owens seemed like it could be another example. Some wondered if the injury was a ruse, a means of adding an emotional layer to the ongoing feud between Owens and Zayn, or perhaps to set up a future confrontation where Zayn would be forced to choose between loyalty to his longtime friend or following a darker path. However, as the medical team attended to Owens, it quickly became clear that this wasn't just a scripted moment. The concern on the faces of WWE officials, combined with the severity of the injury, suggested that something far more serious was at play. Behind the scenes, a deeper look at Owens' injury. After the match ended with Cody Rhodes securing the victory, the true extent of Owens' injury began to unfold behind the scenes. WWE officials scrambled to attend to Owens, and it was evident that the situation was dire. While the medical staff attempted to treat him at ringside, the bleeding from Owens' head did not subside, and it soon became apparent that this was no ordinary injury. Owens was quickly escorted backstage, his condition worsening with each passing minute. In a rare moment of backstage vulnerability, Sami Zayn was seen following closely behind Owens as he was helped to the back. Zayn, who had been embroiled in a complex storyline with Owens for months, was visibly shaken. There was no sign of the usual bravado or cocky demeanor associated with the character. The emotional weight of the moment was clear, and it was evident that the situation was much more serious than anyone had anticipated. As the WWE medical team continued to work on Owens, there were whispers backstage that the injury was far worse than anyone had expected. Owens, who had weathered some of the most brutal matches in WWE history, was in a condition that required immediate attention. The decision was made to rush Owens to the hospital for further evaluation, with the medical staff concerned about the possibility of a concussion, a skull fracture, or other serious head trauma. The aftermath: Owens' road to recovery. The news that Owens was being taken to the hospital sent shockwaves through the WWE universe. Fans who had been concerned during the match were now left with more questions than answers. What would this injury mean for Owens' future in WWE? Could this be a career-ending setback? Or was he simply facing a temporary hiatus as he recovered from the injury? In the days following the Royal Rumble, WWE released a statement confirming that Owens had suffered a head injury and would be undergoing further testing to determine the full extent of the damage. While no official timeline was given for his return, the company made it clear that Owens' health and well-being were their primary concern. WWE fans, as well as superstars and industry insiders, expressed their support for Owens on social media, with many offering their well wishes for a swift recovery. Sami Zayn, who had been involved in the storyline with Owens for months, took to Twitter to express his concern for his friend, posting heartfelt messages that showcased the bond they had shared both in and out of the ring. The WWE universe rallied around Owens, sending their prayers and positive thoughts as he embarked on his road to recovery. What's next for Kevin Owens? The future of Kevin Owens remains uncertain. His injury at the Royal Rumble 2025 left fans with a sense of unease, and many are wondering how this will impact his career in WWE. Owens, who has been one of the most reliable and consistent performers in the company, will undoubtedly face challenges in the coming months as he recovers. The injury has also left fans wondering how WWE will handle his absence from the storyline and what it will mean for the ongoing rivalries and feuds he had been involved in, especially the dynamic with Sami Zayn. As Owens heals from his injuries, fans are left to wonder what the future holds for the prizefighter. Will he return to WWE with the same intensity and resolve that made him one of the most formidable superstars in the company's history? Or will this injury force him to reevaluate his career and approach to the business? One thing is for sure: Kevin Owens' journey is far from over, and the WWE universe will be waiting with bated breath to see what comes next. The emotional toll on Owens and the WWE universe. The emotional impact of Owens' injury extends far beyond the confines of WWE's locker room. Kevin Owens has built a reputation over the years as one of the most enduring and fearless superstars in the company. From his early days in NXT to his rise to the top of WWE, Owens has earned the admiration of fans with his work ethic, his no-nonsense attitude, and his willingness to sacrifice his body in some of the most dangerous and brutal matches in the industry. This injury, which occurred during one of the biggest events of the year, has struck at the heart of the WWE universe, leaving fans in a state of uncertainty and fear. Owens' fans have followed his journey through thick and thin, supporting him through countless rivalries, championship pursuits, and unforgettable moments. They have seen him endure punishing matches against some of the most formidable opponents in WWE history, from Roman Reigns to Seth Rollins, and now, with this injury, they are faced with the possibility of seeing their hero sidelined for an extended period. The emotional toll on the fans is profound, as they realize that the man they have come to know and love for his resilience and heart may have reached a breaking point. For those who have followed Owens for years, his injury feels personal. His story is one of perseverance, of a man fighting against the odds, and for fans who have invested so much in his career, the possibility of losing him from active competition is heartbreaking. The WWE Universe has always been quick to rally behind its favorite superstars, but the uncertainty of Owens' future has left a collective sense of unease in its wake. Fans hope for the best, but the fear that Owens' career could be in jeopardy looms large. The impact on future storylines and the WWE landscape. Beyond the emotional toll that Owens' injury has taken on both him and his fans, the larger impact on WWE's storylines and the overall landscape of the company cannot be ignored. Owens has long been one of WWE's most valuable and beloved superstars. His ability to work with anyone, his skill in the ring, and his natural charisma have made him a staple of WWE programming for years. The prospect of him being sidelined for an extended period raises significant questions about the company's direction, particularly with regard to the ongoing storylines that have been built around him. Owens has been involved in some of the most high-profile storylines in WWE, from his ongoing feud with Sami Zayn to his battles with Roman Reigns and others. His injury has thrown a wrench into many of these plans, leaving WWE creative to figure out how to proceed without one of their top stars. The timing of his injury could not be worse, as WWE has several major events and pay-per-views lined up in the coming months, and Owens' involvement in these events was crucial to their success. Now, with Owens' future in doubt, the company will need to find ways to adapt and alter its course. Additionally, Owens' absence raises questions about WWE's title picture. As one of the most prominent contenders for the undisputed WWE Championship, Owens' injury could alter the landscape of WWE's championship scenes. The ongoing rivalry between Owens and Cody Rhodes, which had been one of the most exciting in WWE, has now been thrown into chaos. Rhodes, having emerged victorious from their encounter, may now face a different set of challenges as he continues his reign as champion. Will WWE pivot to other contenders, or will Rhodes' title run take on a new direction in light of Owens' absence? Sami Zayn's role and the potential fallout. As the events surrounding Owens' injury continue to unfold, one of the most intriguing aspects of the situation is the role of Sami Zayn. Zayn's involvement in Owens' match at the Royal Rumble was critical to the buildup of the storyline, and his presence at ringside only added to the tension. As Owens lay injured in the ring, Zayn's reaction was one of concern, but there was also a subtle hint of conflict in his eyes. Was Zayn truly shocked by what had happened to Owens, or did he know more about the situation than he let on? This moment has added a layer of complexity to the already complicated relationship between the two men. Zayn's post-match behavior is also worth noting. After the match, Zayn appeared to shift his focus to Cody Rhodes, suggesting that there may be more to his motivations than simply concern for Owens' well-being. Could Zayn be positioning himself as a challenger for Rhodes' championship? Or was this a moment of confusion, with Zayn unsure of how to proceed in the aftermath of his friend's injury? These are questions that have left fans guessing about the future of both Zayn and Owens, as well as the potential fallout from Owens' injury. The complex dynamics between these two men have the potential to lead to a number of different storylines, all of which could have far-reaching consequences for WWE in the months ahead. The risk of professional wrestling. Kevin Owens' injury serves as a sobering reminder of the risks that professional wrestlers take every time they step into the ring. While the spectacle of WWE is often larger than life, it is important to remember that behind the glitz and glamour, the athletes are human beings who put their bodies on the line for the entertainment of millions. The physical toll of professional wrestling is immense, and injuries such as Owens highlight just how dangerous the business can be. Owens, known for his hard-hitting style and his ability to take punishment like few others, has been a testament to the resilience of WWE's superstars. But even the toughest competitors are not immune to injury. Owens' injury, while tragic, serves as a reminder of the sacrifices these men and women make for the sake of their craft and the fans who support them. The road to recovery, and what's next for Owens. As Owens begins his journey toward recovery, the WWE Universe remains hopeful that he will return to the ring stronger than ever. Owens has proven time and time again that he is one of the most resilient superstars in WWE, and his fans are confident that he will overcome this setback. However, as Owens works through the physical and emotional challenges of recovery, the future remains uncertain. How long will Owens be sidelined? What role will he play in WWE once he returns? These are questions that will only be answered with time. In the meantime, the WWE Universe will continue to rally behind Owens, sending him their thoughts and prayers as he navigates this challenging time. Owens' story is far from over, and while his injury has temporarily derailed his career, it has only added to the legend of the prizefighter. Whatever comes next, fans can be certain that Owens' journey will continue, and that he will return stronger, tougher, and more determined than ever. For now, all we can do is hope for the best and stand by Owens as he fights his way back to the ring.